With us, everybody. I'm here with Dave, and of course, always me, Harry. So yeah, we're almost through season 2 of Star Trek. We got 3 more episodes left. I'm not moving the wrong thing. Also, well, for the Q Live listeners, this is the last Sunday we'll be doing this. We're switching it over to Saturday because I am being switched tonight. Sunday's not going to work if I want to drink and get wild during the shows.
Can't get wild and watch TNG.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to do that and then go to work at midnight, so...
Don't break a leg, Harrison.
Yeah, next week we'll be doing Saturday, and from then on, I'm thinking we'll be doing Saturday shows.
Yeah.
The live show will be
you know what? It'll be good. It's going to be the summer anyway, so...
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So live show and then hot tub, or bar then hot tub. Live show, bar then hot tub. I think it's gonna go in pretty much that order. So yeah, season 2, episode 20. Lots of twos there. Come here. Alright. Oh shit. The Emissary. Oh fuck.
Worf's wife.
Yeah, Worf's wife.
Ex-wife. Whatever.
Like, it's... I wouldn't mind it so much if it didn't have the unfortunate consequence of having, what's the fucker's name? Alexander. Yeah. That's just never worked, I don't think. I think there was a few episodes when he was a young kid, when he was with his father, and they had some good connection.
Well, the idea was like, it was the old Navy story, except you got to bring your kid along, right? Like,
yeah, like it's a, what do you call it? There's a precedent for that kind of story, and it working, but
it's just not
once he grew up, it just fell apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Like once they brought it into DS9, and it's just, it's not as laughably bad as Wesley, but it's sad.
You know what would have been funny though? If they fucking started making him into a little arsehole John Connor type, and he just becomes the fucking, like, Worf starts a new fucking department on this ship.
Well, no,
like that's like the fucking landing and fucking. He starts, so Worf's kid is just like.
Well, he was too
the
young.
head fucking physical sergeant master.
Yeah, but he was too young to be cool in TNG.
Yeah,
like he was way too young.
Yeah, they need to make him either a little bit older or fucking keep him younger.
No, I say write it off on TNG because it's the 80s. Fuck it, they screwed it up. But keep when you bring him into DS9, don't have him be an outcast in the Klingons. Have like a new generations of Klingons coming up that lived through the Duras Wars, that lived through Worf being publicly fucking outed and then back in, and everybody knows that he's right. Like it all comes out. It's common knowledge.
Yeah.
That the House of Mog, and then all of a sudden
what happened to Kittimer?
Yeah, and then he goes to, what is his name? General Martok.
Yeah.
So his name's pretty much cleared. So everybody is aware that the Council and Emperor Gowron, they're all scummy, crooked pieces of shit.
They're politicians.
Yeah, so you'd have this like new generation of Klingons coming up that would agree with that Alexander would be tight with.
Yeah.
They'd be cool. They'd be like, yeah, the Klingon, all this honor bullshit, they're all lying anyway. We should have joined the Federation decades ago.
He'd bring that fuck you attitude from the humans.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, we're fucking these fucking assholes. Your government should be transparent like the Federation.
They'd be
doing stuff for you, not fucking exploiting you and dragging you into pointless wars.
Yeah,
this is stupid. And like you'd have a whole pro-Federation generation of Klingons that were younger than Worf and his generation, and they would like, what do you got? Butt heads.
It's good because
they would butt heads with the older generation, and he could be the bridge between them.
That story's good because it shows a different dimension of how you can reconcile peace in the Alpha Quadrant.
No, but
because then you've got the fucking Romulans that are moving over to the Vulcans, which is also Federation.
Yeah.
And then the fucking humans are helping to make peace with the Klingons through a long bloodied affair.
Yeah. But like you could like really state the fact that like Worf never gets his own ship.
Yeah.
In either the Federation or the Klingons, because the Klingons don't trust him to be able to be bloody and like be all like do the way they commit battle, and the Federation honestly doesn't trust him not to be too bloody.
Yeah.
To be too bloodthirsty. And Alexander, having grown up in the Federation but never joined Starfleet, joined the IDF.
Exactly.
They would trust him more because they trained him, and they trained him to be bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
And like he was always bucking authority, but he's a Klingon. He's always
exactly.
Klingon always bucks authority.
Yeah.
You don't want a fucking passive Klingon. But like he disagrees with a lot of the decisions the council. He doesn't believe in honor, so he has like, you could make him like emo punky Klingons. Like,
well, he believes in honor, but to more an extreme integrity level than the fucking
Wolf. He believes in the Worf honor, the internal honor,
yeah.
not the external honor. The other, and the new generation is more like Worf.
Oh, it's like fucking
and
Western individualism versus fucking
yeah. And Alexander like, what do you call it when you preaches to act like Worf, like his father,
Yeah.
but hates him. Because you can't lose that part of Alexander. He hates his fucking dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, he hates him, and yet he respects him because he's the only honorable Klingon he's ever met, and he saw what what Klingon society did to his dad, who
He
always
fucking
opted
took it
out.
on the cheek.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Fuck, my dad was such a bad dad, but he's an honorable man, and I gotta lead this new generation of human or Klingons to be more like Worf." That would have been a cool fucking story to tell instead of he's a nerd and he's an engineer and like that's the only good spot, only good place you can have him is in the engineering room because he can fix things because he grew up in the Enterprise. Why? Why was he a Mr. Fix-It all of a sudden, Alexander? Because Nog was? Because that's how you make an alien enter Starfleet, is that they're good at engineering? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why does Worf get in? Why do they, like...
Yeah. Alright.
So much potential for fucking... Oh, yeah. You should be watching this as I'm fucking railing about Alexander. So... I'll get this going. We'll do, this first. So, 3, 2, 1, play.
Pulaski poker.
Yeah, I don't like Pulaski poker.
Nobody wants to play Pulaski poker. Yeah, he's fucking aggressive poker player, I bet.
I would not. I would refuse to play with Data, I think. That's no fun. Not being able to get the guy's tells and like see if he's bluffing and stuff.
Well, no, it's playing a fucking whole new... It's playing an alien fucking experience. It's kind of what I like about some of the XCOM AI. Like, when it's hard, man, holy fuck, man. Who knows what that machine is thinking?
Yeah, but poker is an art. You have to be able to fuck with somebody. Like, that's the whole idea.
Yeah, there's a social aspect to it, for sure.
Yeah.
You can only be like 50% successful with just skill.
That would be... I don't even play poker or care about it, but that'd probably be a purchase I make is Star Trek chips.
If you're playing poker at a table for like your first time, you should always play yourself as the noob. It's the biggest advantage you ever get.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much money is in play.
Oh, I don't really play a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking hustle, man. You only get one chance. And then you see who tries to play you, and you fucking...
Hey, okay, that's the asshole who's trying to steal my money.
People will tell you about themselves. Class 11, that's a woman in a torpedo.
The entire bridge crew is off playing poker and Picard is on the bridge. Yep. Alright.
He does 2 shifts.
God damn it. There's no perks to being a captain, is there?
No, he probably thinks he's gotta like do 16-hour rotations.
Helm's girl there is a famous person now. Or I recognize her from another show at least.
Oh, I don't know.
She is a TV actor that's been in shit since this.
That's just another expendable face to me. What a nice engaged Picard. Well done.
That fucking seat's gotta be so comfortable compared to the TOS bridge.
Well, I guess they're like, yo, you're going to sit in this for filming for a long fucking time. Let's just get like a fucking fancy car seat.
Yeah.
That's at least going to be comfortable.
probably comfy, the TOS bridge seat, but it seems like you always have to be sitting up. You can't like lounge.
Yeah.
You couldn't like lean across
The
your legs.
board's like 2 inches below your ass, or yeah, your ass is 2 inches below the fucking board.
Yeah, like you couldn't like you can't even rest your head back on anything. There's no headrest. I guess you don't want your captain sleeping on the bridge, but what the fuck? Oh, Alexander. Yeah, that's the reason. The only reason I really don't like this whole thing with the Worf's wife. I like her. She's
Yeah, she is badass.
the perfect Klingon raised by humans.
Yeah.
She's what Worf should be.
Yeah.
I would have much rathered her.
Well, she's more on the human side, which is
no, but I mean,
makes an interesting character.
if you were even at age 12 or whatever he was, being raised by humans would have that.
Well, also
attitude.
she's closer to a person if she's on the Federation side. Why would she ever want to go back to being on the Klingon side
Yeah,
when
yeah.
she's like a fucking second-class citizen?
Exactly. And they talk about how women are like equals in the Klingon society, and but we
Yeah.
only see like a total of 8 of them
Yeah.
throughout like 2 decades of Star Trek.
When
And I'm not even counting the half one we're going to see this episode.
when physical power is the rule.
Well, and they try to explain how they're more physically matched, right? In Klingon society, women and men body-wise, but they just look like normal women. When like they don't, I guess they are muscly. When we see like the Duras sisters, Grobek. Oh, that's a fancy admiral suit I've never seen before. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that fucking orange crest.
And the pips going vertically instead of horizontally.
She's like, I'm super admiral.
I have no memory of this scene whatsoever. Whenever I think of female Starfleet admiral, I think of Admiral Ichaev. And she's actually not that big of a bitch. Like she's probably like the coolest admiral of all of Starfleet. She bitches Picard out for fucking not using Hugh as a genocidal bomb, which is kind of, you know, if you could kill them all with that Hugh, you probably could have like disabled them or like made them good. You know what I mean? If you could turn them all off, then why can't you like give them all?
See, I never understood about the Borg how they were so hell bent on having to physically destroy them. I was like, no, you hack them. Like,
And
Data has the right attack.
But it's the end of every episode they deal with the Borg. They always end up hacking them. That's how they solve it. And then they never like
They always go back to Force again. And I'm listen,
well,
Space Ape.
When they're preparing for like the Borg and doing preliminary preparations, they always prepare a physical attack. They never fucking go, oh, how about we like design a really cool hack that will work with all the Borg. They always think of that when the physical attack fails. And the Borg are overrunning them. They're like, oh yeah, let's go back to screwing with them hacking wise. It's like they forget every time they do it and it works.
Yeah.
Or the writers are just that lazy. I think it's that one. And that doesn't make sense at all. Why do torpedoes continue at warp once they're fired from a ship traveling at warp? That makes no sense.
I guess they would have to have a Warfield generator on board of some sort.
You guess, yes, of course they would need to have a Warfield generator.
Where?
Shuttles don't even make sense. Why does the Galileo capable of doing warp 6? That makes no fucking sense.
Galileo?
Like the original TOS
Oh.
shuttles
Yeah.
could match
or get very close to the Constitution class, which was 7 at top speed.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
occasionally,
six top crews.
yeah, occasionally they knocked it up to 9, but the shit
Yeah.
started flying apart,
Yeah.
and they could only do it for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea for like a high-speed coffin through space, yes, but add some fucking warp engines to that goddamn thing or something. And this, like, I wish they had done this more, actually, with an explanation of having a little bit of nacelle and engine, like a runabout on this thing. Because it would explain why there's never a goddamn starship around Earth. Whenever we're the only one within range. Because fucking space is big, and there's starships spread out all over the place. So we gotta use these coffins to fire people around in. But they just never do it again. They just drop it. Every time they have to pick up one person, a whole fucking starship comes and delivers them off. Why didn't a Constitution class get dispatched to pick this girl up and bring her here? Or, sorry, an Excelsior class. Constitutions are probably all out of date, but Excelsiors are still running around.
Yeah, exactly. No, you gotta send the fucking...
The torpedo.
I would not be pleased with how much my employers value my life.
Yeah, no, not at all. you can't fucking call me a card? No. We got a bike here for you. And you gotta lie down and be unconscious the whole time you're in that bike.
Which half?
Wasn't it a big deal when, it was a big deal when Spock was born, because he's half human, half Vulcan, right? He was the first successful birth. They weren't the first Vulcan and human to fuck.
Yeah.
They were just the first successful baby. Oh, wait. They were the first human and Vulcan to fuck. That's what they explained in Enterprise. Is that humans and Vulcans are completely compatible. Any human that fucks a Vulcan...
The Vulcans are just like, no, just don't.
Yeah, it takes a while for them to warm up to the humans because they don't want to cross species. They don't want to make half-elves. Which is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
We meet another human race. Well, I guess they explain that we're all seeded from the same race.
Yeah, see, that's the problem with like that thing. It explains why the TV show looks the way it does.
Yeah.
That's a good reason for that. But
then
other
it's just
than for the
easy,
stories.
Well, it's
like,
an easy answer for everything,
Yeah.
basically.
Just don't ask any more questions about that. Here's your answer. Shut up.
Yeah. there was an ancient race of people that billions of years ago seeded the whole Alpha Quadrant.
Look, now we got an episode out of it, so
Yeah.
shut up.
Well, and it's a really good episode.
Yeah.
And it does really solve a lot of plot holes, but again, it's really cheap and easy.
Well, it also does kind of cheapen the whole, like, it makes them establishing peace with each other more, like, easier, and it shouldn't be easier. It should be difficult to fucking
Yeah,
establish
they should be
peace between all
different.
of them.
That's the
Like,
whole idea. They're
Exactly.
supposed to be allegories.
It devalues the fucking differences between the Romulans and the
Yeah.
Klingons, the Federation.
Because we all came from the same place.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Which is a good lesson, because we are all the same. Like, that's the... I get that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, but
but
it's not understanding the depth of the fucking question.
Yes, exactly. It's really simplifying the whole
Yeah.
thing down to, we're all the same. Just get along.
That's what happens when you try to be PC, you end up stupid.
Yeah.
You're saying other people's words.
Well, you're also dumbing it down to, like, the easiest. They're like,
In the lowest common denominator.
Yeah. We want the peoples in the trailer parks to be able to understand the Star Treks. We both fucking just start looking at our phone. Whoa. what do you call those? Oh wait, they're not Eskimo sisters yet, right? Or cousins?
Oh.
What do you call that? Is there a name for two women that have fucked the same dude?
I don't know.
Do girls know that we call each other that? When that is that like a bro code I just released onto the internet?
Oh no. Now the secret's out there. Eskimo bros. Fucking human societies. Yeah, there won't be any problems. I'm gonna try to bang my ex.
You're better than that, Worf. You've already been there.
Riker's like, hey, Worf, you mind if I,
God damn it. What were we watching the other day with another giant bitch in it? This girl's huge. Troy's kind of tiny.
Oh, it was The Expanse.
Oh,
The Martian Marine.
Yeah, the Martian Marine is gorgeously tall. No other aspect of her is standardly your standard pretty, but she is bucking an Amazon for sure. Oh god, I would not want to be in that room if like there started being turbulence. Imagine getting that giant statue.
Glass and fucking metal pointy things.
Yeah,
everywhere.
statues everywhere, made out of really hard or really breakable, sharp material.
That was such a good point in that Expanse show too, when they fucking go all hog wild about make sure you strap all the things down.
The tools you were using down, yeah, secure the area because
that shit is really dangerous when we start fucking moving around.
yeah, that'll kill you. You don't want to get a drill in the face doing fucking 4 million miles an hour.
I don't know if you noticed, but it's a rocket ship.
There we go.
Ass Lighters. This show brought to you by Ass Lighters. Ass Lighters. They're always there.
That's cool. That the art in the guest quarters are shots of the Earth solar system, Jupiter and shit. You think they'd probably want to spread that around though. I guess they have kind of explained that like humans are like very dominant in the population department. Like we have a lot of colonies with a lot of fucking people on them.
Yeah.
So like
Well, we fucking spread.
yeah. But like other Federation races don't have that.
Like the desire to just expand.
Well, no, that's why on a Federation starship you find 90% humans. Because it's just a matter, we have that many more people. It's a numbers game. It has nothing to do with...
It would be interesting if, like, it was because if they made us as having the shorter lifespan of all the races, if all the races lived to be, like, fucking...
Yeah, but that's just the Vulcans. Everybody else has a pretty much standard human lifespan.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the Vulcans even more than that. But if you made,
Yeah.
like, the Klingons live, like, 100, like, easily fucking...
That's
like,
how fantasy. That's how fantasy explains it.
Yeah.
But
Because then you would,
Science
that would
fiction.
explain why humans are fucking everywhere. Because they're like, yeah, those human things, they fucking spread. Like,
Yeah.
they don't live that long, so they fucking spread.
fantasy. That's how fantasy explains the population difference and not having dwarves and elves ruining the whole cast and making it expensive to do a production. But in science fiction, they always go with we're just rabbits when it comes to fucking. We'll fuck anything and we just spread and move and take over. We're like a virus.
Yeah.
Like they always go with that, like we just spread. That's one of our characteristics. We find a new area, we take it.
Well, this is the fucking dominant trait of humanity as a species on the planet.
But I mean, what I'm saying is what you're saying would be a cool mix of fantasy trope
Oh,
with
yeah,
science
yeah.
fiction that they never do.
Yeah.
You
The
never
proper justification for it.
I shouldn't say never do. Like Valerian probably has some weird, but it's always like everybody lives to be 1,000. It's not just the humans or just the Vulcans. It's like, oh yeah, we fixed aging. Like we're basically immortal, but you know shit starts breaking down when you start hitting the fucking quadruple digits.
Yeah.
good.
Starting already.
Yeah. This would be a good opportunity to explain that we really don't know much about the Klingons culturally.
Well, because we're just TNG, TS9 fucking...
No, but I mean, like, as the Federation, they don't know much about Klingon culture.
Yeah.
Because we don't send spies onto Kronos to, like, investigate that kind of shit. We're always trying to be diplomatic, and sending a spy in would ruin fucking all your diplomatic goals.
Yeah, as soon as they got caught.
Yeah. So they just don't do it. So we have, that's like a whole blind spot we have with
Unless it's
other
like
races.
an operational mission with a set goal.
Yeah, but even then, we're not going in and doing, like... We kind of react to the Klingon culture because we don't have that understanding of it. Because even they are confused. They're like, oh yeah, they're honorable people. And even most of the Federation believe that whole honor code bullshit. And they're like, they slowly find out that, oh no, it's just a fucking theater production they're putting on to keep their people in line. God, she is sexy when she's angry.
Room full of glass. What are you gonna do? Hulk smash!
There you go. And you know what's weird? She looks like a D&D character. It's actually like they sent to the wardrobe department a memo that had Star Trek replaced with D&D.
Well, it's the same fucking shit, man.
No, Star Trek suits are usually standard, just a jumpsuit. Like, she's wearing a, what do you call that?
I don't know.
A cut-off duster? That's like standard rogue gear. Like, the rogue always has that stupid jacket on. And she has, like, a belt with, like, knives on it or something. Or something where you would hang knives. But you're right, a Klingon fucking uniform basically looks like a fucking suit of armor that a fighter would wear in D&D, or fucking a barbarian. Yeah, they're just basically dressed up like barbarians with bumpy foreheads.
Yeah, basically. Tropes.
That's more Star Trek.
/ Road Warrior.
Yeah, the
Shoulder pad thingy, yeah.
what do you call shoulder pads that aren't connected to your shirt? Curses? Crosses? I can't remember. Shoulder armor.
Yeah.
Have you, like... So again, they're just saying that the holodeck is used for fucking. Because Klingons have to get out, like, their natural aggression that fucking keeps them all pent up, and, like, stuff they're trying to keep away from living in a normal society. They're going on their instincts. They're releasing that shit. So humans, because we're all so prim and proper and holding back and, like, acting all enlightened, we use the holodeck for fucking.
Well, it's gotta go somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta fucking express that shit somehow.
It's a cum toilet.
It's basically a cum toilet, yeah.
Or else the apes go insane.
Yeah. Or they start fucking
Like
each
Quark
other.
says, you take away their fucking little niceties.
Yeah, and you don't push the pink skins to the thin ice. Or beware pushing the pink skins to the thin ice. Or just don't do it, because we'll fuck you up. I am relaxed.
Yeah, and he's like, yep, you're not getting a ship. Fucking ever.
Nope.
Maybe a little one.
Yeah, that was another weird thing that, like, Picard never showed up when Worf was having a bad time in DS9.
Yeah.
Because, like, he, like, was his mentor, and, like, Picard, like, really, like, rose him up through the ranks.
Yeah, really.
And, like, went to Kronos to, like, stop a civil war for him, and, like, brought him back afterwards. Like, they have a fucking really deep relationship, the two of them.
Yeah, like, you think they didn't
Friendship.
hang out
They have a
between
really-
after hours during those fucking missions? Like,
Well, it seemed like that stuff kind of would have happened, right? That we never saw.
yeah. Oh, these are cool. I always liked these when I was a kid.
It's like they left them in the closet, or like on set all the time, and whenever they needed. I guess you only ever see them here in his holodeck, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like
Like, what the fuck species is
they
that?
gotta be like a subjugated Klingon species that they have like enslaved
Yeah.
to like train their warriors. Or maybe they're from like Klingon myth or some shit.
I guess that would be the other thing too with the Federation is they should be like, yo, Klingons, you need to also protect us from what the fuck lives in your space. By the way.
Yeah.
Have you seen the shit that's in your empire? You have Skeletor. You have a planet of Skeletor, people.
Yeah, keep that shit under wraps.
Keep that shit under wraps.
We don't have to. We don't.
You don't
have
need a
to-
war. We don't need a war. Fucking, you keep busy with that shit. I
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
Yeah. That's probably takes up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
Keep
Federation will
it
not
skeleton.
fucking.
Keeping the Skeletors down.
Klingons just trying to run a government, man.
Oh, that's a cheap respawn. Oh, okay. Well, now you're just ripping off Godzilla.
Yeah, like there's a planet of all those.
Turtle Men? Why don't we see the Turtle Men ever? Why can't we see First Contact with the Turtle Men?
The Enterprise comes into war, fucking just destroys his ship. Picard's like, oh, it was one of those species. Yeah, you just blow them up. There's absolutely no point. You don't even talk to them.
Aim for the shells.
I
That was an impressive.
wonder if that was redone. That must have been redone. Whoa, she takes a swing at him?
Yeah, because they're all Klingon in
Oh, yeah.
heat, bloodlust shit. Again, every step they take forward, the Klingons, they take 2 steps back. How does that work? When your sexual reproduction depends on anger and like killing and fighting, like. Oh yeah, this is gonna be gross. God. If a girl ever did that to me, I would be very weirded out. And if I ever did that to a girl, I would totally expect her to just leave.
Could you imagine?
Oh, so weird.
Like shove her nails into her fucking palm. I believe that's an assault charge. No, it was a thing. I see it on TV.
Again, weird. Blood and. Ugh.
Like, what I don't
Yeah,
get is, how
he's
did they
not the
ever get together in the first place?
Yeah, and he's not the
Like, was
perfect
Worf
Klingon.
not a fucking... Was Worf chill and fun at one point, and now he's just a total dickhead?
That's the Worf I want to see. Remember when we were talking about the whole prequel with Yar and Picard and Worf?
Like, and what the fuck happened? Oh, I guess his whole fucking family fell apart thing.
Yeah, but the Russian people seem happy-go-lucky. Like, why didn't any of that Russian shit brush off on him?
Yeah. Supposed to be the Soviet Union, man.
Like, he could have been like the whole... He should have had a Russian accent. Imagine a Klingon with a Russian, like a badass fucking Chakotay
Well, that's what their language
or a
is supposed to be
Chekhov.
fucking...
What's that?
That's why their language is supposed to sound all blocky and weird.
Yeah, but I mean, he would have been risen by Russians from the age of 12. He would have gotten some kind of.
Oh yeah,
he
that's a
would have
good
picked,
point.
He would have picked something up.
Yeah.
But he just
The
sounds
English
like
he would know would be fucking with a Russian accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he would have learned Russian first, because his parents are fucking Russian.
Oh yeah, he would have been taught English by Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he wouldn't have known it. Wait. Again, maybe he's not speaking Russian. Maybe that's just the universal translator going.
Yeah, if you have that already, and he's already speaking Klingon.
Well, the Russians wouldn't have even taught him English. They would have just fucking implanted that thing in his head. Did we talk about that? Yeah, we talked about, we fucked up the, we couldn't figure out how the universal translator worked, and then we got a comment on one of the videos, and they're like, yeah, this is how the universal translator works. He goes, John Bon. So thanks, John Bon. It's an implanted thing in their head.
Oh yeah.
They all have like this implanted thing, so we're just seeing like a bastardized version of what's going on. If you were a fly on the wall here, it'd just be a bunch of random languages
Yeah.
being yelled at each other, and they're all understanding each other.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
If you didn't yourself have a universal translator.
But for the sake of TV, we're gonna make it all English.
Yeah. So there's a possibility Picard's speaking French. You could open France,
Yeah, exactly.
and people would stop learning other languages once the universal translator was
I guess
adapted,
so.
right? You'd learn the language your parents taught you, and then you'd get that implanted in
Oh,
your head.
that would be, dude. That's such a fucking enhancement to like the very core of what the Federation is.
Yeah.
You're like, no,
That's why they fucking...
you don't have to fucking learn our language. Just
Yeah.
fucking here you go.
Yeah. And we'll understand everything you say, and you'll understand everything we say.
Yeah.
It was probably the first thing they gave their ambassadors and stuff.
Hey,
like first
UN,
conference.
you should get on that fucking universal translator thing.
Have you seen some of those things you could do with the like smartphones and iPads and shit? Fucking
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how
Like the-
well it works, but
The live translating,
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
like speaking into a mic, and then it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out, and then you get the
You can have a
person to speak.
conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I don't know exactly how fucking accurate it is.
because you could really land yourself into a fucking emergency room.
Yeah. What was I was watching this thing on the Captain Phillips thing, and how like they had these non-violent ways to deter pirates, the hoses and shit, and one of them was they had that speaker thing that made people fucking freak out and run, that
Yeah.
weird noise they use in riots and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
protests and stuff. But they tried to use it, but I guess they didn't really factor in the what do you call it, the physics of the ocean and the space. And
Yeah,
they had this,
there's
one
sound
thing.
waves bouncing around everywhere. All
Exactly.
the fucking waves
The
rushing
wind,
around.
everything is gonna fuck it up. So they just
Ram
kind
it
of
up.
held it up over the railing as they're getting shot at with AK-47s, going, "It's not working! It's not working!" It's kind of funny when you watch it.
Oh man, not lethal. Good luck.
Like when it's 10 feet away from you on a street on
Yeah,
top
yeah.
of a bus,
Exactly, where the
covered
air's
in
steady.
streets,
Yeah.
with the winds being blocked and stuff. Like, yeah, it'll make everybody in that small area
Yeah.
throw up and run, or cover their ears and be in pain until they get away from it. But on the open ocean, not the same thing.
Ooh, good question.
That's a weird thing in her hair. I think that would just get tangled up in your hair. Or are those braids?
Maybe it just clips into the top.
I'm recognizing her now too. Again, all these people probably continued on to do like random weird TV shit.
Well, life is just a fever dream anyways, Harrison.
Oh, that's true too. I'm probably just remembering it from the first time I watched her. Those are some fucking eyebrows, bitch. Jesus. Oh, I'm on the same page now. I remember now. They're the frozen Klingons, right?
Yeah.
They're the ship of frozen Klingons,
And they're gonna freak out as soon as they wake up. There's a fucking
they start
Federation ship
killing
there.
everybody they can. Yeah. And the Klingons are like, yeah, we did that when we were at war. We don't want them to do that. So could you go stop that?
Yeah. We used to make bands of crazy assholes and just send them places. We do that less now. So now that's a problem.
Ugh. This is also another confusing part for me because, like, the Khitomer Accords are like 80 years old, right?
Yeah.
I think we'd be that pretty good.
80 years? 50 years?
It's 80. I'm pretty sure it's 80. But, like, you think after that much time we would be pretty buddy-buddy with the Klingons?
Like, you'd think that trade would be so ingrained at this point.
Like, we would be like 2 steps away from getting them involved in the Federation.
Yeah, we
At this
would just
point.
be like, there's certain criteria that they just can't meet.
No.
Fucking rights and like.
Yeah, but you think that shit would have been worked out in the last 80 years. And like we would have taken on Klingon colonies that said like, yeah, we're breaking away from Kronos because we don't do that slavery shit. That's why we're our own colony. We'll join the Federation. Like it's like nothing has changed since the Khitomer Accords. No relationship. Olive branches have been more understanding. Nothing. It's just stagnated over the last 80 years. The relationship between the Federation and the Klingons. There's been one ambassador. Dax. And like everybody's like, oh yeah, he's like the only reason we were still buddy-buddy with the Klingons. And like as soon as he died, everything went to shit.
Yeah.
And literally everything does and they go to war. What? Because of one ambassador? That's the only guy you've been keeping PR with the Klingons for this whole time? You think you'd have whole departments trying to like influence politically and culturally the Klingon homeworld and culture to be more like human or more like the Federation? Like, they even admit it here. Because the Klingons buy that future Klingons serve on human ships. We won the war. The humans make our badass ships now and we run them. And the Klingons like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff can change in 80 years.
Yeah.
But it hasn't.
Well, I guess they might scan the ship and be like, it's like 90% human.
Yeah, the ship's fucking probably 100 years old too. They probably can't even scan the fucking thing. Or the Galaxy class could like fake the life sign readings because they're all sciencey and shit.
So how do you fucking intercept someone at goddamn warp? I don't get that. Wouldn't they just fucking fly right by you as soon as you fucking dropped out of warp?
Well, yeah, but then you go back to Balance of Terror. They do that whole battle at warp.
Yeah.
They're going in and out of warp, constantly firing at each other.
Yes,
fucking-
yeah, I can see chasing each other from destination to destination.
But I mean, they put the ship in reverse warp and then start firing the phasers
Yeah.
as the fucking ship's coming at them because stuff is moving really fast in space.
Yeah.
And that's energy, right? The torpedo has an actual physical thing, a photon torpedo. That bullshit that the Romulans were firing at Kirk, that's just like a giant death ball of pain and destruction. They do have some badass uniforms.
That's like...
What? Yeah.
Do you ever read the story about that Japanese guy from World War II that just went and lived in the jungle, disappeared?
Well, he had orders to
Yeah, exactly.
occupy the jungle and kill any American that came, and then 80 years later he was like holding a shit.
Yeah. That's a crazy ass story.
It was 4 of them too.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah,
four
it's
of them went.
a thing that happened. Like,
Yeah,
there's
four-
a bunch
no.
of them. So
No, it was a squad of 4 guys who went
Yeah.
to the jungle together, and then like after the first 20 years, the one guy left, and then just rejoined society and didn't go tell his buddies that the war was over. And the fucking 20 years later, the fucking second guy left again, didn't go back to his fucking captain to tell him because he was like, well, if I go back there, he's gonna kill me for deserting.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna rejoin society. And then the 4th fucking guy left, and finally these 3 guys were like, oh yeah, we were all there. Our captain's still there. We're not going fucking back. And somebody was like, okay, well, I guess we'll go get him. I think they have video of them finding that guy in the bush in the 70s. I think it was the 70s. Actually, it might have been, the last guy might have been even more recent. Was that like the millennium? Did that happen within the last 18 years? The last guy came out?
well, the last guy. That's a thing that happened.
They're still finding people? I thought they found the last guy like a little while ago, and they're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not.
Well, of
anyone.
that squad, yeah.
No, but they've, what do you call it? They've industrialized the area long enough that they
They're
would
pretty
have
sure
found
that-
somebody.
yeah. And it's been long enough that everybody else is.
Or they'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would have died, and odds are. God, that's
Everyone
gotta,
you know and loved is dead.
yeah. That's gotta give you a headache after a while. Red Bridge.
Well, we had our fucking living room painted.
Yeah, but
Flames
not the
sword red.
lights.
That's true.
Like, there was lighting in the room. Yeah. Klingon uniforms are badass. They gotta be uncomfortable as fuck, especially compared to the pajamas that they wear, but
How do you work out? I just wear 120 pounds of shit.
they
every
walk
day.
around all day with it. No, he didn't. He's a bad leader.
That's why he gets a defiant.
That's why he gets to take it out on weekends. He doesn't even get the Defiant. Cisco lets him have it sometimes.
Hey, Commander, do you think I could borrow the keys to the Defiant for the... I met this girl.
Yeah, I was just saying, I got this Klingon girl coming in.
You tried to bang Dax?
Isn't everybody? She pulled a Yare. I guess she waited till the last season and got out when the getting was good. But fucking Becker was just a fucking awful show. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Fucking doctor in Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy who ran Cheers. Married Whoopi Goldberg.
The guy who ran Cheers. Ted
Danson.
Danson?
Yeah. He was like an American House, like a really
No, yeah.
angry, not good bedside manner doctor. I don't know if it came up before House or after House, but it was a really milquetoast version, really vanilla.
Separate Ways. It's a good song, guys. Go play Separate Ways.
They're not even gonna let her change. That is badass too. That fucking
She's just trying to
Furry.
get off the ship with that fucking thing on.
the furry thing is awesome.
It's like
how
feathers.
the arms
or
are.
something.
Yeah, it does look like feathers, like they've killed a griffin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we had these like carnivorous griffins.
That'd be a good thing to look through if they have like bestiaries of Vulcan and bestiaries
Oh,
of
that
Kronos.
would be cool. Yeah.
Seeing all the flora and fauna. Because you see a little bit of it in Star Trek Online. You fight like alien plants and shit on Vulcan and Kronos, and you get like pets and stuff,
Yeah.
animal pets, or Klingon pets, like that stupid horny dog or pig, or whatever the fuck that guy has in Star Trek 3, 4, 3.
Targ.
Yeah, Targ.
Mutual. Is that brown fucking nail polish?
Yeah, it's gross. It's like you've dipped your nails in shit.
Or chocolate, but you know.
She was probably going for chocolate, but she ended up with shit nails.
Later Hershey's fingers.
Oh, I really want to see that gun she has on her leg. That doesn't look like a standard Klingon disruptor. It's got like a 2B end. Ew.
She's like, I don't care, Worf.
Did Jerry Maguire steal that line, or did they steal it from Jerry Maguire? You complete me? He just said you complete me.
What year is this?
Holy fuck! It's the 80s still. It's 89. There's no way that Jerry Maguire came with
Worf.
Jerry Maguire ripped off Star Trek. Wow! You complete me? Worf just said you complete me, Dave.
You can't attribute that to fucking Jerry Maguire. That's just a saying. It's like an idiom.
It's a saying because Jerry Maguire said it.
Oh no, it's not. It's
fucking nobody said that stupid lame shit before Jerry Maguire said it. Apparently, except Worf.
There's nothing new under the sun.
He popularized the saying then. The reason we know the saying "you complete me" is because of Jerry Maguire.
I bet she was around before.
I hope not.
Too obvious. It's too obvious.
That's why it's so lame. It's Jerry Maguire. It's like, oh god, why are you saying no one? It's so obvious and stupid. No one's ever said that because it's fucking the lamest shit ever. And any real woman in the world would be like, did you just say that, you loser?
That's what makes vaginas dry up.
Yeah.
Then you get vagina droughts.
Vagina droughts. The great vagina drought took too long. Couldn't even get it out. Alright, well, thanks again, Dave, for the last, what do you call it?
Sunday?
The last Sunday show. From now on, we'll be going on Saturdays. But hopefully we'll be drunker and funnier on a Saturday. But thanks again. Where is it? It's here. Oh, thanks again, everybody, for joining us, and you have a good one.